Calls for stringent measures and incentives to engage youth in agriculture have surged among industry leaders aiming to tackle unemployment and avert future food shortages. Reporting for Citi News, Ashanti Regional Correspondent Doris Lonta delves more into the issue.
In Ghana, concerns have mounted over the escalating cost of running businesses, particularly in agriculture. Industry stakeholders highlight the soaring interest rates and the influx of imports, urging the government to curtail imports and implement policies to bolster local production, thus rendering the agriculture sector more appealing. Kwesi Nyameche, chairman of the Association of Ghana Industries for the Middle Belt and the chief executive officer of Vesta Oil Mills, voiced these concerns to Citi News.
We are encouraging a lot of importations, and the last time I was in the market, I was surprised to see carrots and even cucumbers that are imported, and I was shocked. So I would say the system is challenged, and the challenge is partly due to our capacity to produce, because we're still using Gregorian kind of technology in doing farming compared to the high-tech people are doing elsewhere. So our yields are poor, and people are not getting the right yields to sell in the market. And if you are not getting the right yield, what it means is your prices are going to go up, because that is your only source of revenue. And with that source of revenue alone, you have to survive by that. And if somebody else is bringing something from outside which is cheaper, of course people will prefer, once the customer has a choice to buy whatever he wants to buy, so that would be the choice.
Do you think there should be a ban on importation?
Not a complete ban on importation, but things that we produce locally, government should restrict importation. That's what I would suggest.
Nyameche stressed the necessity of tax incentives for production.
There's supposed to be tax incentives for production. Tax incentive for production. And even quite apart from tax incentive, because listen, if I'm producing, even the VAT right now as it stands, is discriminatory.
Former Minister and Agriculture Specialist Abraham Odum voiced worries regarding the excessive use of agrochemicals in farming, proposing innovative farming methods to meet rising demands and attract more youth to the sector.
What we have to do now is think about innovative ways of doing things. And like I said, all my life, I do unusual things to get unusual results. And one of it is what I was saying, that if Africa wants to be very serious, then we can get most of our youth into agriculture, because a lot of land is available. But how do we get the youth to go onto the land? They don't have working capital. They don't have the technology. So it's about time that government and the private sector should come into it. You see, and government cannot do it alone. That is why I have started working with some private sector players, so that a private sector go for, say, 150,000 acres of land, get housing, everything there, training centers, everything is there, so that you finish school, you can go there, sign for, say, 100 acre. And if you are doing 100 acre, you have your apartment, you have machines that will work the field for you, and then the inputs are there. When you finish, the same people who have supplied you all these things will buy back all the items that you produce that comes out. And they can buy back because they will be targeting the local market here, and then they will be targeting the outside market.
Professor Bafo Adjemandua, the chief executive officer of the John A. Kufuor Foundation, reiterated the importance of training the youth in agriculture and exposing them to available opportunities. He also urged the government to follow through on initiated policies rather than leaving them on paper.
I'm very particular about the kinds of policies that can provide the support that will make agriculture more attractive. The government must have practical policies that will enable young people. Look, in Nkrumah's time we had what we call the Workers' Brigade doing farming. maybe there were some problems with that. We can examine it to see if we can modify that concept and bring young people in to do farming. Champion's time, Operation Feed Yourself. We can look at it, modify it, and make sure it can get people in to do farming. So the blueprints are there. It's up to this and any other future government, if they are serious with agric, to develop the policies that will be devoid of mantras, catchphrases, and just practically getting young people interested, because they will see that agriculture pays, and it pays well. That's all.
These concerns unfolded during the 2024 John A. Kufuor Foundation Youth in Agribusiness Festival, under the theme, Agribusiness Modernization, a tool for sustainable youth employment in Ghana. The event brought together young agribusiness practitioners aged 18 to 35 and key stakeholders, providing a platform for sharing experiences, lessons, and networking to advance the agricultural value chain.
Experts in the agric industry are calling on the government to put enough measures and incentives in place to motivate the youth to venture into agriculture. Reporting for Citi News, I'm Doris Lonta, Kumasi, Ashanti region.